What's going on YouTube? You're watching Fixed by Shaq, and in today's quick video I'm gonna show you how to fix the issue here of having your MacBook not connecting to your personal hotspot here on your iPhone device. You might be in a situation where you're trying to turn it on, you're trying to connect it, but you're facing here difficulties, which is something very common, but I'm gonna show you how to fix it in today's video. Hey, my name is Shaq, and in this channel I help you fixing tech related issues. So if you're into tech content, consider subscribing here to the YouTube channel. Now, jumping straight into today's video in here, we do have actually two different possibilities, which are the following. You might be in a situation where the personal hotspot or the network simply does not show up on your MacBook device, or you might be in a different scenario where your MacBook simply refuses to connect. You might be facing an issue where you do have a pop-up saying something like unable to connect or cannot connect to a specific network. Do not worry, I'm gonna show you all the troubleshoot process in here to fix any of these issues right here. The most important part is that you just need to follow all the steps in the particular order that I'll be showing them to you, because one step actually is the continuation of the other one, or it simply complements the previous step. Without any further ado, let's jump straight into the very first step in here. So here I am on my MacBook, and the very first thing we're gonna do is simply tap here on Wi-Fi as if we want to connect to a brand new network. So as you can see in here, we do have different Wi-Fi networks in here, and all we want to do is simply disconnect the Wi-Fi option in here by tapping on this toggle, wait for a couple seconds, and then turn it back on. This is the very basic thing you want to do to see if it connects to your personal hotspot. Now give it a try, see if it connects. If it doesn't connect, no problem, we're moving into our iPhone device. Here we go, hopping into settings, personal hotspot, and next up we simply want to turn it off, okay, the option to turn on the personal hotspot, and then turn it back on. So you want to wait a couple seconds and then perform the same thing in here, turn off again the Wi-Fi option in here, turn it back on, and see if you're able to connect to a personal hotspot now. Now, if you're still unable to connect to your personal hotspot, I would recommend you guys to actually scroll down and make sure that the option maximize compatibility is set to on, or that it's turned on. It should be on. So basically, maximum compatibility allows you to connect to pretty old devices which are unable to find the specific Wi-Fi band. So basically, we do have different Wi-Fi bands on every router, right? And this option in here allows us to actually reach out to more devices. Of course, it's gonna consume probably more battery here on your device, but I would recommend you guys turning it on. So once you turn it on, turn it off once again here on personal hotspot, and then turn it back on and perform the same process in here, which is of turning off the button here of Wi-Fi and then turning it back on. So once you've done that, you want to try connecting to your personal hotspot to see if the problem still exists or if the problem is fixed. If the problem still persists, or if it's still not connecting, for example, if the network is now visible but you're unable to connect it due to a specific reason, we're moving here into the next step, which is to basically tap here on Wi-Fi settings option real quick, tap once on that, and then over here you'll be able to see all Wi-Fi networks which are actually stored here in your device. Okay, so all you want to do is simply search for that specific network, tap on this three dots, and then tap on forget this network. Now if you're unable to find it from there, simply double check if you are here on this page, okay, of personal hotspot. Keep it here while your screen is actually on, and then try performing that step here from your Wi-Fi settings page. All you want to do in here is simply forget a known network and then simply reconnect it from scratch. Now, if you do have a much updated software which doesn't allow you to have these three dots on personal hotspots option, for example, what you're gonna do in here is simply take your phone and change the Wi-Fi password in here. For example, if my password was this one right here, I'm gonna increase a specific letter, okay, character or anything like that. that, which will turn this into a brand new network. Next up, you want to simply go back, go all the way to general, tap here on about, and then you want to simply change the name here of your Wi-Fi network. Okay, so in my case, it's iPhone. Let me change it to iPhone 12, for example. Now, let me call it iPhone 16 Pro, for example. Okay, let me go back, and let me go back one more time, and then I'm going to head straight into Personal Hotspot, turn it off, and then turn it back on. Now, once I'm here on this page right here, I'm going to go back to my laptop. I'm going to turn off the Wi-Fi option in here, and then I'm gonna turn it back on to see if the new network shows up in here. So it should change its name, and you should be able to find it right here. So once you find the new network, try connecting it from scratch. As you can see, it has changed the name to iPhone 16 Pro. Try connecting it to the new network. Now, if this simply doesn't help fixing the problem that you've got, we're moving into the next step where we're going to actually restart our MacBook device in here. So simply close the Wi-Fi settings in here. Simply tap here at the top left corner. We've got the Apple logo over there. Simply tap on restart real quick. Tap on OK. Restart your MacBook device to see if the problem gets sorted out. Sometimes you do have a few glitches or bugs, and if it really persists, if none of these actually help you fixing the problem, you can actually try checking for updates to see if the problem may be in the software version that you are actually running. Okay, wait for a couple seconds. There we go. My MacBook is turning on right now. It's already on. Let me quickly type in my passcode. There we go. It's loading, and here we are. We'll try the same step to connect to the Personal Hotspot. Now, if it doesn't help, simply force restart your iPhone device. And in order to force restart your iPhone device, these are the steps. If you have an iPhone, which is an iPhone 8 or later models, all the way to iPhone 17, for example, if you have an 11, an X, if you do have, for example, 12, 13, 14, any iPhone device much recent, the process is the following. You're going to rapidly tap on volume up and then volume down, and then press and hold the power button until you see the Apple logo on your screen. This is how it goes. 1, 2, and then press and hold the power button. Keep on pressing the power button until your iPhone simply reboots. Okay, there we go. Let's wait for a couple more seconds. There we go. My iPhone has turned on. I'm gonna release the power button and let the Apple logo go. Okay, there we go. Just wait for a couple seconds and then simply perform the same process of trying to turn on the Personal Hotspot and connecting it into your MacBook device. But make sure that you perform this after restarting your own MacBook device first. Now, if you do have an iPhone 7 or 7 Plus model, instead of tapping on volume up and down, all you need to do is simply press and hold volume down along with the power button. Simply press and hold both of the keys in here for a couple seconds until you see the Apple logo, and then you're going to release those keys combinations. Now, if you do have an iPhone, for example, which is an iPhone 6 or an iPhone with the physical home button down here, the process is the following. You're going to press and hold the home button along with the power button. Press and hold both of the buttons until you see the Apple logo on your screen. So in here, you won't be messing around here with the volumes keys at the left of your iPhone device. Now, if you do have a much older device, such as an iPhone 5 or 4, please note that the physical home button is located here at the top. So all you need to do is simply press and hold the physical home button along with the power button, which is located at the top. So you want to press and hold both of the keys in here until you see the Apple logo on your screen, which will let you know that your iPhone is actually forced restarted. Okay, this doesn't delete anything on your phone. It simply restarts everything from scratch and all the components on your iPhone device. Now, if this doesn't help fixing the problem, we're moving into the last step, which is the step that will only help you out fixing if you do have an Intel MacBook. So we're going to perform an SMC reset, and this is how it goes. We're going to first things first turn off, shut down our MacBook real quick. And once the MacBook is turned off, okay, we're going to press and hold a few keys in a specific combination, which is the shift key here at the left of your keyboard, the control key here, the option, along with the power button. So you want to press and hold all those keys simultaneously for 7 seconds until you hear the chime on your laptop device. This is how it goes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and release the keys combination in here, and your MacBook should turn on back normally. This is something as if you are performing a forced restart here on your iPhone, which actually restarts every component here on your Apple MacBook device, so it restarts as if it was turned off for a long period of time, which actually helps out fixing this issue in most scenarios. If this didn't help fixing the problem that you've got, which is something that I actually don't believe so much it's something fixable, then you might be facing a much complicated situation, and I would recommend you to unfortunately reach out to an Apple service center or a repair shop, okay? But in most cases, all these steps should help you fixing the problem that you've got. Thank you so much for making it till the end of the video, and if you find my content useful, consider subscribing, like the video, and let me know in the comment section down below if you do have any question or any doubt. Thanks for watching Fixed by Shaq, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a great day.